My parents skipped my birthday for my brother's award, so I moved out. I was sitting in my empty apartment at 11:30 that night, staring at the single cupcake I'd bought myself from the corner store. 22 years old and celebrating alone, because my parents decided my brother's academic recognition ceremony was more important than my birthday. The irony wasn't lost on me that I'd been planning this day for weeks, hoping they'd finally prioritize me for once in my life. The whole mess started 3 months earlier when I reminded them about my birthday plans. I'd specifically asked them to keep the date free because I wanted to have a proper family dinner for the first time in years. My mom nodded enthusiastically and promised they'd make it special. My dad even suggested we go to that expensive steakhouse downtown that I'd been wanting to try since I was a teenager. Everything seemed perfect until 2 weeks before my birthday when my brother casually mentioned during our weekly family video call that his university was hosting an awards ceremony the same evening. He'd been nominated for some academic excellence recognition, and naturally, my parents immediately started making plans to attend. When I reminded them about my birthday dinner, my mother's face went blank for a moment before she suggested we could celebrate the next day instead. The disappointment hit me like a physical blow, but I tried to be understanding. I suggested we could do lunch instead, or maybe celebrate earlier in the week. But my brother kept finding reasons why those alternatives wouldn't work, and my parents kept siding with him. It became clear that once again, his achievements were taking precedence over my existence. I spent the next week going back and forth with them, trying to find a compromise. My dad kept saying things like how proud they were of my brother's accomplishments and how birthdays happen every year, but awards ceremonies are special occasions. My mom tried to soften the blow by promising to make it up to me, but her words felt hollow and rehearsed. The breaking point came when I realized they hadn't even bothered to cancel our restaurant reservation. I called the steakhouse to confirm, and they told me the booking was still active. My parents had simply assumed I'd understand and quietly disappear from their plans, without any real conversation about it. That night, I lay in bed thinking about all the times this had happened before. Every school play where they'd missed my performance, but attended my brother's soccer games. Every graduation where they'd arrived late because they were helping him with some project. Every milestone in my life that had been overshadowed by his needs and achievements. I realized I was tired of being the accommodating son who always stepped aside for his golden child brother. The pattern had been going on for so long that I'd normalized it, convincing myself that being understanding was somehow noble. But lying there in the dark, I felt something shift inside me. The hurt was transforming into something else entirely. My best friend challenged me to finally stand up for myself. The next morning, I called my best friend and told him everything.